A great way to kick off a week, considering it's the middle of summer. I accepted 2 delivered deliveries yesterday for today. And about an hour before I left, they added one in the middle of each delivery I already accepted yesterday. So today, with just delivered delivery, and they are all scheduled deliveries, I earned $135.55. And in between that, my one app, the way I get paid from Spark, I completed 2 Sparks today, and I'm going to discuss that. But I got $46.76, and it's only 20 after 6 right now, p.m., and I'm not going to stay out. I could stay out and suck it up till 10 and probably have a 280 day, but I've drove enough miles for today. Today went fast, having the 2 scheduled deliveries, and I was just sitting down for like 20 minutes before I actually moved to get ready to leave for the day. I was drinking a cup of coffee, and they sent me one unexpectedly, and I'll show you how much food it was. It was from the guac shop. It wasn't the highest payout, but I was very grateful. I was in the groove, and the morning deliveries, I was early, at least 10 minutes early to both. Now, I accepted the afternoon one, which was at 4:40. I got there at 4:48. I miscalculated my time a little bit, but when I got there, I still had to wait. So everybody's a little behind schedule, and it is the hardest summer. I got on the road. I just have to drive straight, and there was traffic, and that's the way it is. Now, Ease Cater called me right before I made that left to go in to drop off the food, and I guess it was Ease Cater. It was either delivered or Ease Cater. I think I would have known if it was delivered. The guy was kind of short. He was like, we would like to know what the delay is. And I was like, these people out of their minds. I picked up the food, and yes, I was a little late. However, I'm not going to beg for forgiveness. I miscalculated. It brought me around to an area. This place is kind of out of the way. It's near Round Swamp Road, and that is out of the way. But I was in the Hicksville area, so I accepted it. I knew I would be for today. Like, I planned my day around my 3 scheduled deliveries. So then when I got there, the guy was like, please, I need 5 more minutes. What am I going to do, say no? I said, I thought, I was so worried that I was late. And he was like, just give me a few moments. And what was I going to do, get nasty? No. So then I got into the car, and I started heading toward the place. And the man on the phone from Ease Cater said, we would like to know what the delay is, what the holdup is, something like that. You have to understand I'm driving. I'm like, well, I'm right around the corner, so you'll be there in a minute, right? I said, well, you know what? We'll say 5 minutes, because I was at a light. It's around the courthouses. I have to make that left. I got to the next light. I had to wait a few minutes. They're so quick. I did tell him what happened. I said, well, I was a little late. He went, like, we got someone to blame. We got someone to blame. I swear to God. And I was like, and when I got there, I had to wait. And I'm driving straight. There's traffic. And it is the hardest summer. Most people are going a little more slow. The heat. And I was near the courthouses. The traffic the opposite way was backed up. And it's the middle of summer, because that's a very congested, busy area. There's hospitals there. There are many, many upscale apartment buildings, upscale. They don't take any of that into consideration. But I'm telling you, this man was like, okay, so you were late. Like, this is why. They're so quick to find out. Who can we blame? Who can we blame? It's just pukish at this point. There's a way to speak to a good, I'm not going to apologize that 5% of the time I'm a little late. I'm human. If you want perfection, go start a drone delivery service. Then you won't have to rely on humans and their cars. You know what I mean? I was like, what a way to end the day. I hung in there. I squeezed in 2 sparks. Oh, in Farmingdale. I took a Farmingdale spark. It's a Walmart Farmingdale. The Walmart is in Farmingdale. It's a monster of a store. Monster. And I learned with the app, I went to go create a substitution. I went back to the spices. But the original spice was near the barbecues. I was running with the cart in the store. I was soaking wet. That's why I was just a few minutes late. And a little bit of traffic. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It took me I'm driving in an area I'm not totally familiar with, like around here where you live, you know? I mean, I'm not clueless, but it's also not second nature. And I learned that the app kept telling me it's not the right location. You can't pick a substitution unless it's from that location. I thought I would find a better substitution where the spices were. I learned how to use the app. I'm not going to say I'm never going to do a delivery at Farmingdale Walmart, but it's a monster of a store. It just seems like so much ground has to be covered just to earn a few bucks. Oh God, I did one curbside pickup in Levittown, then I did the shop in Farmingdale because I was driving to Round Swamp Road to pick up the delivery. So I could keep babbling. It's already long enough. So that was my Monday. I could stay out and just suck it up another 3 hours. Tomorrow's another day. I don't want to be in the car for another 3 or 4 hours. I definitely got my workout today. In addition to delivering, a lot of lifting, using the cart, picking it up, dropping it off. I was very physical today. So tomorrow I have one like in the middle of the day, and I'm just going to hopefully do Spark again. And one more thing, Spark has updated their app on my end. And since they've updated the app, I'm reviewing better offers, a little higher payouts. Oh, and I'll do a couple of screen recordings to show you a few things. So that's a perk. I'm really happy because I do really like Spark, but the old app, it needed to be updated. And it is, and it works. So let me show you a few more things. Let's talk about this. Customer notes, please. Driver must call me on the phone when he arrives. I can meet driver and bring groceries inside immediately. In addition, please email me as usual. We don't have access to their email. So I texted him and I let him know, I wasn't sure who I was dealing with. I don't have access to your email. I'm on my way. He was waiting outside. When I pulled up, he was calling me. He was telling me, pull it up in the driveway, pull it up. He was in really bad shape. This guy was in bad shape. It makes you grateful for what you have. He lives in a basement, and he asked me to bring the bags downstairs. It was only 2 bags. It was 4 small bottles of soda and a handful of other stuff. They were full. There was like, I don't know, probably, they were full. And I looked at him now, even though he's in bad shape, he has no chance of coming after me. I was nervous, and I said, can you hold on one moment? I want to text somebody and let them know that I'm walking down those stairs. It was 7 steps, and there were 2 doors, like 2 apartments down there. I said, sir, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm afraid. I don't want to, put myself in danger. I want someone to know that I'm here right now walking down your stairs. And he was like, I understand. I'm sorry. I'm understanding. I really do need the help. I'm so sorry. He just kept apologizing, and he understood. He goes, he was giving me $1. He was hard on his luck in a bad position that I feel I would never be in. Thank goodness. And he was very kind. And I used my better judgment, but I did stand there and I said, I hope you understand. And I went up and down, and then I forgot to scan the labels and I had to go back down there. And by the second time, I was calm. I said, I'm walking into someone's house. You're telling me to walk down to a basement. And it was, it was okay. It was like commercial carpeting down the steps, and there was 2 doors, but I don't know what's down there. And it was very bright. And he waited. He goes, I'll wait right here, right here. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. People, sometimes they give me an attitude. I'm like, I'm not giving you an attitude. I'm just a little nervous. And then I actually like gave him a half a hug. And I'm like, no problem, sir. Thank you for understanding. Because I was scared. Like, I was like, what? You want me to walk down there? Yeah, you got to give me a minute. And I turned in circles for a few moments. And he was like, it's okay. It's okay. You'll be okay. Like, he just needed the help. This man, it probably took him 10 minutes to get down those 7 steps. Oh, and this is one more thing. It was either yesterday or the day before I completed a small shop and deliver at Walmart. It's a Spark. And they reached out and they asked me, are you able to pick up Equate Dental Floss Picks? Now, I found the product, but I called up Spark and I got a customer representative on the phone, and there's no way to add a product, but they took the notes. So in the future, maybe they will use the feedback to program their app that delivery people can add items to a shopping list if it was requested by the customer. And I would have been more than happy to buy it, but there was no way to add it to her list. And she was understanding. Linked to Spark. This was like last week. It was a few days ago. Congratulations, Spark driver. You have successfully completed the recent Spark incentives. You should expect to see, oh, that was the $6 deposited into your account within 14 days. So I got a little bonus that I wasn't aware of. So that's all a perk. Here's another perk Saturday. I wish I had all my money directed into Every, and I probably would have gotten a $100 bonus. They had a promotion, set up deposits, the one app that Spark drivers get paid instantly. It's instant pay. That's exactly what it is. And I received $50 bonus added to your savings. Tap to see how your savings have grown. This is just a picture. So I was happy about that. Little things like that add up. I wish I did it differently, but if they do it again, I'll change it. You know, I'm adjusting to using the apps on the fly to earn money and to receive my payment, my income, and to set up my taxes. It's not that easy, and it takes a lot of practice. I want to run my world from the palm of my hands.